God's promise of blessings for living with integrity. Integrity is an essential virtue that God has called us to practice in our daily lives. The Bible contains numerous references to living with integrity, and the rewards that come with it. In Proverbs 10:9 we read, "Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out." This verse emphasizes that God's promise for those who live with integrity is one of safety and blessings. In this message, we'll take a closer look at God's plan and promises for us when it comes to integrity. Welcome, kindred soul. I'm honored to be here with you and share spirit-led messages to nourish your soul. As we go through the teachings, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Return anytime you want clarification or simply want more nourishment. At the end, I will be providing you with the option of extended teachings if you wish to continue. Let's open the best frequency by speaking words of positivity. I am light, loved, and whole, created and designed for a purpose. I give and receive abundance, and work with all my heart as I open the pathway for others. Let's begin. Understanding the importance of integrity. Integrity is a word that we hear a lot, but do we really understand its meaning and significance? Simply put, integrity means being honest and doing what is right, even when no one is watching. It is the foundation of trust, both in our relationships with others and in our relationship with God. Integrity is important because it speaks to our character. When we live with integrity, we demonstrate to others that we are reliable, trustworthy, and consistent in our words and actions. We become people of honor, who are respected and admired for our integrity. Furthermore, integrity is an essential component of our walk with God. When we profess to be followers of Christ, we are called to live a life of integrity, not only to honor God but also to bear witness to His truth. Our integrity is a testament to the transformation that Christ has worked in us, as we live according to His values and standards. In a world where honesty and integrity are often undervalued, it is more important than ever that we cultivate a spirit of integrity in our lives. By doing so, we honor God, earn the trust of others, and enjoy the many blessings that come from living a life of honesty and integrity. God's promise of blessings for those with integrity. Integrity is a vital component of a life of faith. In fact, living with integrity is essential if we want to experience God's blessings in our lives. Proverbs 10:9 tells us, "Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out." So, what exactly does this mean for us? God promises that if we live with integrity, we will have security and confidence in our daily lives. We won't be constantly looking over our shoulder, worrying about being found out for doing something dishonest or deceitful. Instead, we can rest in the assurance that we are doing what is right in God's eyes. Furthermore, God's promise of blessings extends beyond just our own personal security. Living with integrity can have a positive impact on our relationships with others. People naturally trust those who are honest and trustworthy. This can lead to deeper and more meaningful connections with those around us. Perhaps most importantly, living with integrity is pleasing to God. When we make the conscious decision to live a life of honesty and righteousness, we are living in accordance with God's will for our lives. This can bring us closer to Him and strengthen our relationship with Him. Of course, this isn't to say that living with integrity will be easy. temptations to cut corners and take shortcuts will inevitably arise. But when we choose to resist those temptations and remain committed to living with integrity, we open ourselves up to a world of blessings. Ultimately, living with integrity is a choice that we must make every single day. It requires humility, honesty, and a commitment to doing what is right. But if we are willing to put in the effort, we can experience the incredible blessings that come from living a life of integrity. Examples of biblical characters who lived with integrity. Throughout the Bible, there are many examples of individuals who lived with unwavering integrity despite the challenges they faced. One such example is Joseph, who was sold into slavery by his brothers but refused to compromise his values. Even when he was wrongly accused and thrown into prison, he continued to honor God and maintain his integrity. In the end, Joseph was rewarded for his faithfulness and became a powerful leader in Egypt. Another example of someone who lived with integrity is Daniel. Despite being taken captive and forced to serve in a foreign king's court, Daniel refused to defile himself with the king's food or wine, which went against his Jewish beliefs. Throughout his life, Daniel remained committed to God and did not compromise his values, even when it meant facing persecution. His integrity ultimately led to him being promoted to a high position in the kingdom. These examples and others throughout the Bible serve as powerful reminders of the importance of living with integrity and the blessings that come with doing so. As believers, we are called to be people of integrity, consistently striving to honor God in all that we do. By following the example of these biblical characters, we can learn how to live with integrity even in the midst of difficult circumstances. The consequences of living without integrity. Living without integrity can have devastating consequences for both ourselves and those around us. When we are not truthful, honest, or reliable, it can lead to broken trust, damaged relationships, and a lack of respect from others. In addition to the social consequences, living without integrity can also have a significant impact on our mental and emotional well-being. When we act in ways that contradict our values and beliefs, it can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and regret. Over time, this can erode our sense of self-worth and lead to a sense of inner turmoil. Moreover, the consequences of living without integrity can also have spiritual ramifications. Our relationship with God is built on the foundation of honesty and truthfulness, and when we act in ways that contradict these values, it can damage our relationship with Him. Ultimately, living without integrity can lead us down a path of self-destruction, leading to a life of unfulfillment, loneliness, and isolation. It is therefore critical that we make integrity a priority in our lives, cultivating and maintaining it in all areas of our life. How to cultivate and maintain integrity in our lives. Integrity is not something that we are born with. It is a character trait that we develop and maintain through consistent practice and effort. Here are some practical steps we can take to cultivate and maintain integrity in our lives. 1. Start with prayer. Ask God for the strength and wisdom to live with integrity in every area of your life. Seek His guidance and wisdom in making choices and decisions. 2. Be accountable. Find someone you trust who can hold you accountable for your actions and choices. Share with them your struggles and temptations, and allow them to provide support and encouragement. 3. Set clear boundaries. Establish clear boundaries in your relationships, work, and personal life. Decide what is acceptable and what is not, and stick to your values and principles. 4. Be honest. Always be truthful and honest in your words and actions. Avoid exaggeration, gossip, and half-truths. Instead, strive to be straightforward and transparent. 5. Practice self-reflection. Take time to reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Ask yourself whether your actions align with your values and principles. Identify areas where you need to improve, and make a plan to address them. 6. Embrace accountability. Take responsibility for your mistakes and shortcomings. Admit your faults, apologize when necessary, and seek to make amends. 7. Seek to serve. Strive to serve others and make a positive impact in their lives. Focus on giving rather than receiving, and treat others with respect, kindness, and empathy. Thank you for listening to this teaching. If you would like to go further with this teaching, or any others, please visit firstlightteaching.com. I also want to thank any of you who may have donated. Your blessings have provided me the opportunity to bring this to you and share my light with the world.